countdown is almost over. The stage is set. Champion season is ready to ignite. This Saturday, Hollywood Bets Grayville comes alive. From the independent on Saturday Drill Hall Stakes to the World Sports Betting Guineas and Phillies Guineas. The action will be fast, the stakes even higher. The independent on Saturday race day, the beginning of greatness. Be there.
Welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat podcast, but it's a special edition of the In the Box Seat podcast because it's that time of the year where South Africa's champion season, KwaZulu-Natal's champion season, starts. And of course it starts by the running of independent on Saturday Drill Hall Stakes, the World Sports Betting Phillies Guineas and the World Sports Betting Guineas. So the team from World Sports Betting always come to those meetings and support the meeting and the cause, which is absolutely wonderful. Stephen Karam is the racing sponsorship manager at World Sports Betting. Isn't it a wonderful time to be in the province of KwaZulu-Natal? The weather.
It's absolutely amazing, Warren. I landed this morning. I thought I needed a jacket when I landed, and here I am in a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely this time of the year, Stephen, and of course, you know, all the respective provinces have their seasons, and of course it's now the spotlight's on KwaZulu-Natal. Being the racing sponsorship manager of World Sports Betting, sponsorship of races in KwaZulu-Natal in particular is on the priority list.
So as you know, we sponsor racing right through South Africa, but this is a wonderful time of the year, and we're privileged to actually open the season, like your champion season. So we started on the 13th of last month on a minor day at Scottsville. Like we're now coming to the Guineas,
Right.
which is the start of your season. And then on the 10th of May, we sponsor the Grayville 1900. So we've sponsored the Grayville 1900. This is our 7th sponsorship of the Grayville 1900.
Sure. Okay.
And tomorrow will be our 5th sponsorship of the Guinea of the
Phillies,
Guineas.
yeah, okay. The Phillies
So
are gonna
it's
go close.
unbelievable.
Sure, that is wonderful, and yeah, I mean, Hollywood Bets Grayville, where those races are run, and Hollywood Bets Scottsville, as you've seen today, is undergoing a huge facelift. It's wonderful that Hollywood and World Sports Betting have a great working relationship.
So we have a brilliant relationship with them, Warren. Like the synergy is unbelievable, and there's no animosity. Like we're all here for the sport, between Hollywood and between World Sports Betting. I think they've thrown their weight behind racing in South Africa, which is important. So the two bigger guys are right behind racing, and that's what we need.
A lot of the trainers in KZN, but within South Africa, are also sponsored by World Sports Betting. How important is that to you and the team?
So the team believe that it's not about only supporting the bigger guys. Our stance is to also support the smaller guys with costs. So we sponsor Wendy Whitehead. I'm talking about KZN.
Right.
We sponsor Wendy Whitehead, Nathan Kotson, obviously Glenn Kotson in Cape Town and Durban.
Yes.
Paul Lafferty, Glenn Kotson, I've mentioned, Dennis Bosch. So we're behind the smaller guys, and it's great to be behind them.
The function that was had at, just refresh my memory, the name of the restaurant, Charles and Eddie, or just two gentlemen's names at the card call last year.
Oh, Harry James.
Harry James, that's
Harry
the one.
James.
The function that we had at, or that you guys had at Harry James, the card call, was a resounding success. Is there something to look forward to this year?
Yeah, so we're doing the same thing at Harry James. Obviously the Sunday before the July, on the 29th of June, where we're bringing in our top punters from KZN. They're going to be part of the evening. We've got Graham Hawkins hosting it. We've got a prominent jockey and a prominent trainer on the panel, and obviously I'll be there to help with the pricing of the horses.
I'm going to throw you a small curveball. Do you personally have a bit of a fancy or an idea or a horse that sparked your attention for this year's running of the Hollywood Bets Durban July?
I really, really do. I think, and we'll know by next week Saturday, because the last two winners of the Gravel 1900, I think, have come out of the Gravel 1900 and won the July. So I fancy a horse. I just want to, in our next podcast, I will tip you the horse because I want to see how the horse does.
Yes.
I don't want egg on my face.
No, sure. It is fairly early, but
Very
it is
early.
something that sparked your attention.
Absolutely.
Stephen, the time of the Hollywood Bets Durban July, it's social, it's dealing with customers, dealing with punters, it's a great time. Durban and Umhlanga in particular comes alive. There's charity evenings, charity organisations that benefit, social occasions, golf days. There's a charity evening that you're behind.
So before we even get to the charity evening, okay, we're hosting 350 guests as we normally do on the opposite side of the track. We've been doing it for years. The guys love it. The atmosphere, okay, leading up to the Hollywood Bets Durban July is just it's phenomenal, and and we love it, and our clients love it, okay, which is important. So we've thrown our weight behind Phil George's charity evening, which takes place on the 3rd. So that's the Thursday before the July at the Barnyard. It all started with the Nicholas Ray Foundation about 20 years ago when he fell off a horse, and they started raising money for Nicholas Ray. It's since evolved, and it's now more of an evening out at the Barnyard. Like you've been there.
Yeah, great fun.
It's great fun, where they auction off 20 horses, or 18 horses should I say, for charity. So they auction those horses off, and I think 20% or 30%, whatever it is, goes towards charity. So any money that's raised out of that evening, it goes to charity. And this year it's for the horse care unit,
Okay.
and also for Derek Martin. You know, like the industry, I think realizes that he's going through a bad time.
Yes.
He's not getting better, and they're going to help him. There's also groom in Cape Town on one of the stud farms that is not doing too good. He's battling medically, and they're also going to be helping him. So it's for a good cause.
Yes.
And I've been in racing all my life, Warren, and I know that when somebody hits the skids in this industry, people rally behind them, and this industry helps. I've seen it many times.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, they helped. Like they've helped Lloyd Lund's late wife, and many racing personalities over the years. So it's great to see that Phil Giorgio is also putting back into the industry, and we're behind them in a big way.
Tickets for that occasion. I mean, it's not. You purchase tickets. I mean, how does somebody, if somebody out there watching this wants to come and join in on an evening like that, how do they do it?
So you're welcome to give out my cell number. I can let them contact me. I'll put them in contact with Chris Georgia. With Phil Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
I know they do sell out quick, and we're a month and a bit away.
Sure.
So it's a great evening, Warren.
Okay. Stephen, I mean, you talk about a month and a bit away, just as we wrap, because, you know, it's just, as I said at the beginning, a lovely time to be here in Durban. Where does the time go? I mean, it was Christmas. We were celebrating Christmas with
Absolutely.
our families a few blinks ago, and now we're warming up for the Hollywood Bets Durban July and the World Sports Betting Fillies, Guineas and the Independent on Saturday drill all. Where does the time go?
Time just flies, and time waits for nobody.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I mean, you blink, and it'll be the 8th running of the 1900, and it'll be the 6th running of the Guineas.
Yes,
It just goes so quickly, and like we move from season to season. So I'm in Port Elizabeth on Friday. I fly from Port Elizabeth. I fly from Durban to Port Elizabeth because we sponsor the East Cape Derby. So it just doesn't stop, and then we go into the Cape season. But it's great. It's great that World Sports Betting have thrown their weight around behind racing. We believe in customer care. And that's how we've grown our business, is that like we look after our customers. And if my number goes up on your podcast, people are welcome. If they have problems, they're welcome to contact me.
Would you mind? The team will certainly put a strap on our podcast at the bottom there.
No problem.
Could you mind reading it out?
I do. Okay, my number is 063 706 7383.
Lovely. Up here, and the team will put a little strap on that so people can jot that down.
Great.
Last question. I know you said let's be quick, but it's just lovely to be in your company and to have the sponsors at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Last question. You walked through, I mean, what we're seeing at Hollywood Bets Greyville today and what we're going to see tomorrow on World Sports Betting Day are two different things. The construction is amazing. What do you think?
Warren, I haven't seen the whole race course.
We're going to go just now.
I've walked through the parade ring, and you were told that the parade ring will be ready by tomorrow. I'll be shocked if it is ready, but I also believe that they're working throughout the night.
Yes.
And I have no doubt that they will finish, and I have no doubt that it's going to look out of this world.
No, absolutely. Well, that's Stephen Karam, ladies and gentlemen, the racing sponsorship manager of World Sports Betting. Lovely to have him in town. And as we say to all our sponsors, absolutely each and every sponsor that put their weight and put their cash into the industry, thank you. And without sponsors, without all types of sponsors, we certainly couldn't do it. So, Stephen, thank you for your time. Please convey our appreciation on behalf of Hollywood Bets Greyville and everybody up at head office. Thanks and all the best, and we look forward to having a good day's racing tomorrow.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me.
Lovely. That's it. That's Stephen Karam, as I said, the racing sponsorship manager. That's all from us.